I do not want to be with this guy.
When is this shit over?
He bought the t-shirt and now can he leave? Huh?
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. As long as you keep the good sink in it, we're fine.
Oh my god.
There we go.
Top quality
We're gonna
Icelandic
turn
sink.
it so it'll be like behind your head.
Every so often we should just tilt it a little bit and see if people recognise. Crop it and change it.
It looks like it's really close, but it's a wide angle lens, so it kind of is a bit, yeah. Thank you for doing this today, by the way.
thanks.
Of course.
Appreciate it.
My
Thanks for
pleasure.
hanging out.
Time.
Thanks for having me.
Are you the most decorated woman in CrossFit? You have 5 medals, right?
Yeah.
Two first places?
2 first. 2 second and 1 third, right?
That may be the most medals any games athlete girl has.
That's pretty
It's
impressive.
Yeah,
impressive.
female. Rich has
We won't talk about Rich
maybe
on
the
this
same.
vlog. Who's Rich Froning? Nobody knows who Rich Froning is.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, Rich Froning. Who's Rich Froning?
It's an old story.
You're going back to the games this year?
Yes, I am.
That makes it the...
10th time going to the CrossFit Games.
Wow.
That's it, we end the interview now. So you need to know.
Oh, we've started.
Yeah, we have.
Okay.
For sure we have. Do you
Cool.
listen to Justin Bieber?
Do I listen to Justin Bieber?
Do you like him?
Yes.
All right, you and Katrin can jam out to him then, because Katrin likes him too. What's your favourite song? Stumped.
I'm never very good at naming songs. I can just like remember
No,
what they
me
sound
neither.
Just sing it.
You're putting me in the spot.
That's what we do. on
I
this
like
interview.
almost all of his songs. The one... What's the one with like, where he's singing about his girlfriend and she can go herself?
like. More than I do. Grace, like, loves
Love
Justin
yourself.
Bieber.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, love yourself.
Yeah.
Well, I made it sound really bad. You can go yourself. He's kind of saying that.
This one.
Yes, I love that
You
song.
want to jam to it? We're just jamming on this.
Seriously, we went to Handcuffs today. So I went to Björkman's gym today, and we walked in there, and there's like blasting techno music going on. I'm like, I can't do this. I can't. There were so many people training, and then crazy loud music, and that music, that is so demotivating for me. I cannot get fired up and ready to train. This gets me ready to train. Like,
I'm the same. Oh no, I'm exactly the same.
Depends what mood I'm in. Sometimes I need that thumping just because, you know, that thumping just makes me not think. But
When it's like crazy screaming music though, I'm like, I can't think.
yes, exactly. I want to have something that I can sing along with every once in a while. And especially if I'm like lifting, then I want it upbeat and fun music that I can maybe dance a little bit to and sing a little bit and like happy, go to a good place. And then when I'm running or doing like biking, something where you don't have to think, but heart conditioning, like high heart rate, I put on soft pop playlist. And then I love just when like Ed Sheeran or James Blunt or something comes on, I'm like, yes, like that calms me, soothes it. I can sing along with it in my head and just forget. That's the best.
So-
Keeps you calm whilst it's crazy.
Which is why I do not get to choose the music here.
So what is your hype song?
What is my hype
One
song?
song, right? You're going to go out and hit a max lift. What song do you put on in your headphones?
I don't have a specific song for a max lift. I find always every year I have like a song that's a feel-good song. Like there's a game song every year that I have. So when I hear that song again, I associate it with a specific year at the CrossFit Games.
Oh, nice.
And one of the best ones I've ever had is Thank You with Dikta. That's an Icelandic band. And and one of the best memories that I have with it is when I won the CrossFit Games 2012. All my people in the audience, they started singing that song. And I could just hear it. And that was my song that year. Like when I got into a bad place, you sometimes get into a bad place and you need to just calm yourself and get centered. And I would just put that on and the headphones, and like that would get me ready for the next event.
That's
So
cool.
Can you type that in? Because I want to get this vibing. It's only got 511,000 plays.
Really?
Yep. Does it? Is this? We're
this
going,
is 2012 Annie.
we're going back to
Look,
2012.
Icelandic pony on it. hard singing that.
I like it.
It's really good.
You've travelled around the world.
Yes.
You've been all over the world. What do you look forward to most when you come back?
When I come to Iceland?
Yeah. You know, you've been on the travels, you've been to the games, you've done a seminar, you've done whatever. You come back here. What's the one thing that you're like, for me and Jazz, it's a cup of tea.
For me, it's the Icelandic water, the fresh air, my bed, and my gym. In that order.
Nice.
I miss it. It's so funny how when I start traveling, I feel like I miss the water immediately. Like, I feel almost a little bit claustrophobic not being able to. Yes, in a lot of places you can drink the water from the tap, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
It has some sort of a funky flavor to it.
You can go in the bathrooms here and drink from the tap.
Yes.
That freaked out the Americans that we've been with. They're like, you can drink from the bathroom
It's
water?
different because we can do that in England. Like sometimes there's a bit of a chemically taste. But
It tastes a little weird. You can
Yeah.
also do it in Denmark, but the water is like white and chalky and it has like, I need to always put something in it to want to drink it, like drop a Noom tap or something to like get the flavor. But Icelandic water is so good. Yeah.
I agree.
I'm
Yeah,
very
as
passionate
well.
about that. And the air, like when I land somewhere in a warm country or something, and you walk out of the airport and you hit that wall, like that humidity and warm weather, like heat wall, it's like, I miss my air. I miss the fresh. That's what I love walking. I don't care if it's warm here or not. I just like the fresh air.
There we go. Do you use emojis?
Yes.
We haven't messaged much, so I don't. Like, some people I message and we message, like, they'll use a load of emojis and other people won't use emojis, so I don't know if they like me or not. What's your most used emoji? If you went to your top left corner of your phone right now in your messages, what would it be?
Probably hard or a laughy smiley with like the tears.
Do you use it sideways?
No.
I use the
No,
sideways one.
that's when I'm very passionate about something.
Oh, nice.
Then I use the sideways.
Nice, that's
But
nice.
otherwise,
You're laughing a lot about something.
yes, exactly. You need to have like a boundary. You
Yeah.
need people to realize how much you're laughing.
Yeah. I like
I'm not laughing
like, no,
all the
you're not
time, a lot.
According to my Instagram, I am. Have you had obviously you're a CrossFitter. What was it? What jobs have you had before that? Have you had any terrible jobs? Any summer jobs? Anything that you were like, oof?
Yeah, I've had summer jobs. So when you go into like 10th grade, so when you get like 14, even earlier, 8th grade, so like 13, 14, 15, you can get a government job. Like everyone can get a job where they work by cleaning like the government, like what's it called? Where you have the trees and
Parks.
pots?
Parks.
Pots?
Park?
Yeah, maybe.
That's it.
Like you clean like the stuff that's not supposed to be there so that the dirt looks clean.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
The weeds.
The weeds, yeah. So you can clean weeds, or you can paint the fences, or some outdoors things that you need to get done for the government. That was probably the worst job I had because it was so lazy. Like I would sit down and I would want to like get it done, and I wanted to be the best at it, so I would clean mine, and then I would go to the person that was in charge of it and it's like, I'm done with this one. What's the next thing to do? It's like they hated their job. So they wanted us to do this slowly so that the day would be longer and just staying in the same place and just enjoy being outside. So it's like, well, nothing. You're done with your part. We need to wait for everyone else to finish theirs and then we'll move. So it's like I would just be hanging around doing nothing. You need to keep me busy for it to be fun. So that was probably the most boring job I had. Then I worked in the office with my parents. So my parents own a construction company. And I would, every once in a while, I would get to go out with my dad and like help putting stone like on the outside of the houses. And I thought that was super fun because it was so different, like different environment and hard labor. And then I would work in the office with my mom, like helping with the salary and the booking and stuff. And I thought that was really fun too because I love playing with numbers. And then I worked in a drive-through. And I also thought that was really fun. I loved the whole, like little girls play in that store, like selling groceries and like whatever, like that,
like
store
the plastic
game.
Store when
Yes,
you're, like, as a
exactly.
kid. Yeah.
And that was a dream. Like I was working in a drive-thru and I got to make food, like hot dogs and burgers, and then put everything in the register and candy for the kids and ice cream, and like I loved that job.
Did you wear a hat?
No, I didn't wear a hat. It was like a very small drive-thru.
Nice.
And I got to work there with my best friend, so we would just have a blast. So yeah, I haven't really had any boring jobs. Those are pretty much my jobs that I had.
So you're a hard worker. You're one of those people that I can tell now from your past and the way that you wanted to do the jobs when you were 13. You put everything into it or nothing.
Yes. Yeah, otherwise I'm not gonna take the job.
So that's why
I want to be kept busy. I want to have, like, I want to be the best one.
So that's why 10 years into the sport, you're still here.
Yes.
And you're still killing it.
Probably. Yeah.
There was for you, when looking at CrossFit in your career, you had like an amazing start to it. Mm-hmm. And then, I don't know what point it was, but then people had that thought that you were maybe dropping off a little bit, and then recently you've gone straight back up again. Do you feel
I never
like that?
dropped off.
No, I know that. You know, like,
I know.
that's what some people thought.
Well, it's what it looked like if you just look at the leaderboard at the games, but that's just one weekend out of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I had a great start, and yeah, 2010, I actually got my second place medal at the games.
Yeah.
And then I won it. Then I had twice. And then I had that 1 year where I had to take the year off because I had a pretty severe back injury. And then 2014, I was actually capable of coming very strong back again. Like, surprised myself a lot that year and got second place that year. 2015, I got a heat stroke. And that was miserable, and first time that I've always lived in the belief that your mind is gonna cave before your body does, which is why I've signed up for all these random things in the past that I've done where it's like, where people don't believe that you're gonna be capable of doing it. I will prove them wrong and I will do it because I believe you can do pretty much anything you want to do as long as you're willing to suffer. And I kind of like the suffer, so I don't mind doing those things. Anyways, 2015, really hard to have to withdraw from the games.
Yeah.
And then I just hadn't worked through my issues mentally for 2016. So going back there, like, I was in the best shape of my career 2016. Like, obviously you need to keep on improving. I was the best Annie 2011 and the best Annie 2012, 2014, 2015. Again, like, I was in great shape, always getting better and better, but things can happen.
Yep.
And then 2016, getting back to the Home Depot Center and getting that workout announced that we had to do Murph again, it just completely freaked me out. Like, I started crying hysterically when I saw we had to do that workout again, and just did not work through my issues. And so I was just scared. 2016, every single event, I was just terrified that I was gonna overheat. Like, you're not gonna overheat on a 5-minute event outside when it's not even that warm. But in my mind, I felt like my heart rate was so high and I was so warm and it was gonna happen again and I was gonna ruin myself. So that year was probably even worse than 2015 because mentally I wasn't there. And as a competitor, it's probably the worst feeling in the world is walking out to the field and walking out of it knowing that you did not do your best, knowing that I could do better. And that was pretty much every single event, 2016. And it's the first time that I'm at the CrossFit Games and I'm in the middle of a workout. I remember doing burpees over the bar. We had like thrusters, burpees, and pegboard. And I was like, God damn it, when is the time over? When am I gonna get time capped in this? I don't feel like moving anymore. I don't feel like doing this anymore. So that's obviously not what you should be feeling at my favorite week of the year, where you're getting to demonstrate how good you are, the excitement, the experience, the feeling on the floor, how much I love that feeling. I hated that feeling. So I was in great shape that year. I wasn't capable of performing up to my capacity.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like I ever wasn't there, but it was a huge drive for me that people believed that I wasn't good anymore. So 2017, instead of every single year, I kind of need to have that new, why am I doing this? You need to have something in your mind. Why are you doing this? Why do I want to push myself that hard? And for me, money can never be a motivator. Winning yes, that can be a motivator, but only up to a certain extent. I need a little bit stronger meaning. And 2017 was a really strong motivator that people thought I was done, that I wasn't good enough anymore. I was like, I know I'm still there. I know I am good enough. So that was my drive for that year.
And that's the most.
That's really cool. Like mentally, that like the struggle with that year. Sorry.
I think that's the most important part.
Yeah.
Like I say it with YouTube, and I say it with anything that you do, you have to believe in yourself more than anyone else does. So it's nice to, like, I didn't know that you would, like, you see you on the floor in 2016, you're still killing workouts, you're still doing workouts better than Jazz and I could ever do. But then going through your mind, you're battling, and I guess that makes you appreciate the next year and the year after and the year after.
Yeah.
When you turn up to the games in your favorite week of the year and you go, it feels good again. I remember that time when it didn't feel good, but I'm back on it.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you did, was everybody thinking that you were kind of like, oh, you didn't do as well that year, enough of a motivator, or was there anything else that you kind of put in place to get over that mental barrier that you didn't realise was there until you got there, and then you were like...
I had to work through my issues. Mm-hmm. Yes, I did. I started saying, here comes my English barrier. Psychologist or
Yeah, like a sports psychologist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I started working with, well, after 2016, my parents, they've come to every single competition that I do. Like every single one since 2009, every regionals, every games, they're always there. And after 2016, my mom just said straight out, I am not coming to another competition unless you start working with a sports psychiatrist. Psychiatrist?
One of the two. Psychiatrist.
Yes.
we can do this in Icelandic, but I wouldn't be able to ask any questions.
At least I'm not making up words anymore. I've gotten better at that. I'm not just like throwing up random words. But yeah, so I started working with someone, and he's amazing. Like, it's a guy in LA, so we just talk together through Skype or whatever and catch up every once in a while. And he's actually worked with multiple swimmers and like long distance swimmers and swimmers that were competing at the World Championships where they were, like, the ocean was too warm, so it was actually one that died because of overheating in the ocean in that competition swimming. Wow. So like he's worked with people with very similar fears as I had. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I don't really know what it is, if it's something that he really says. I think it's more me being able to talk about the experience without getting too emotional and without... I have amazing people around me, but they're always going to tell me what I want to hear. Yeah. Frederick is always going to tell me what I want. Yeah. My coach, my parents, like, they love me too much. So it's good to have someone that's a little bit on the outside where I can just say anything to, and he can be very honest and upfront back. And I think that was pretty much just what I needed. I just needed to, after the games 2015, I didn't watch any of the footage. I didn't talk about it. I didn't want to think about it. I just pushed it to the side, which is why when we got to the games there, and also right before we did Murph 2016, they showed that like little video clip before we start on the big screen in front of us, and they're showing me like stumbling around. I don't even remember half of that stuff that happened. So I saw that right before starting. I'm like, maybe I should have watched this footage before so that I would be a little bit more ready for this. Yeah. But yeah, it wasn't like it was huge issues. It was more just working through that small fear. Like you said, it's so much. I'm not going to say that anyone is as fit as I am, but we are very close to each other, all of us that are at the games, and at the top especially, like the females said, it's really tight competition. So I feel like it comes a lot down to who's in the right mindset at the right time.
Yeah.
Who's willing to fight.
Who's willing to fight. Yeah.
I like that.
Who wants it the most.
Such a big difference. Like, your mindset is such a huge
Mindset is the biggest thing. You can be the fittest person in the world, but if you crumble, there's no point. It was like when we recently interviewed Froning, and one of the things that he said is the reason why he doesn't go back to individual competition anymore is because he doesn't have that fight in that last bit.
Yeah.
And it's just like, if you don't have that, like, he gets that from his team now.
Yeah.
What's your favourite movie?
Ooh.
You sit down.
Despicable Me.
Oh, I like this. You like cartoons.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love cartoons.
If you could own a minion, would you take it?
Yes. If I would own a minion, would I take it? Of course.
Yeah. Can you do a minion accent?
No.
Hello.
Banana.
Hey, is there a minion in the room?
I've got the little fluffy pony that the girls.
Oh my god, yes, it's so cute.
Yeah.
Jazz is like, if you actually look at her, and she could be the It's So Fluffy person.
I'm
Agnes?
It's so fluffy. Yeah, that's like, it's my thing.
It's such a great movie.
Are you emotional at movies?
Way too emotional. Like overborn. It's embarrassing.
You look left in the middle of the I don't know, what's the new one? The new Endgame movie, and you're just crying halfway through?
Yeah.
Have you watched the new Endgame movie?
Yes.
I haven't, so don't spoil it. Is it good?
It's good. It's great. It's really good. I love those movies too. The Marvel, all the adventure movies, all the Harry Potter movies, or the Lord of the Rings movies. I love those movies.
If you were
too.
going to be a superhero or someone from Lord of the Rings or anything like that, which one would you be?
Captain Marvel, obviously.
I had that in
She's
my
like
head.
the strongest one.
Yeah, I had that in my head. I reckon if you were Captain
She can
Marvel.
do everything.
Yeah.
Great Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
But yeah, embarrassing emotional.
If you could meet one person, anyone in this world right now, someone said they're going to click your fingers, you're going to sit down with them for half an hour and eat some food and have a chat and hang out, who would you pick?
You're asking really hard questions because
Yeah.
there's a lot of people I'd like to meet.
Okay, you can have a table of 3.
Table of 3.
Yeah. I mean, if that's made it harder with just one, but it's fine.
That made it even harder.
Yeah.
Okay, first thing. The Rock.
We're going to get on here. That's my answer.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
He's just, such an awesome guy. He's such a great businessman.
You can be sat next to him.
That's the thing. I feel like you could talk about a lot with him. Like, he has a sports career. He has that kind of like, no, I'm not going to say it. And he also has like huge business mind. It would be very interesting to hear how he got there and what he's passionate about right now. His social media is really good.
Yeah.
He's just fun to follow. I wonder if he's the same in person. I hope so.
You could call yourself the Pebble next to him.
Pebble?
Oh, you don't know. They said it.
Like
Language
a small
barrier.
rock.
Like a small rock.
Oh.
So you could be the rock and the pebble. Anyway.
I'll be the Pebble.
The rock. No, it's perfect.
I'll
you-
be Hobbs.
Do you have anything on your bucket list? You know, you've traveled around, you've been everywhere, you live in a beautiful country. Do you have something that you want to do? Do you want to skydive? Have you skydived?
No, I haven't. I've always wanted to skydive. And then I know a person that died in it, so I don't think I'll ever dare to skydive after that. It's not worth it.
Yeah, I like my
I'm
feet
not
on the
willing to
ground.
risk it. I love my life.
Yeah.
I do really want to go to Hawaii. I've never been to Hawaii. I really want to go there. I want to go to Australia and experience it a little bit better. I was only there for like 10 days in Melbourne. I need to see more. That was amazing. I love animals, and the animals there are so different. So I want to do that.
That's exactly why I wanted to go.
Yeah.
I
whole-
spent like 3 weeks there end of last year because I'm just like animals everything, and that's all I want.
Did you hold a koala when you were out there?
No,
We
it's
did.
not allowed in Melbourne.
We
Oh,
have one
really?
at the zoo.
It was great.
You need to go to Brisbane.
You need to go to
Yes.
Brisbane, it was great.
I saw people were allowed to do that there. Yeah, we went to a sanctuary though, and we got to hold like a wombat and
Oh,
fed the
that's
kangaroos. The wombat is adorable.
So cute.
It was really nice.
If you could
Oh, yeah.
if you could have a pet that was like it would be tame in your house, what would you have? I'd have a lion.
Could be anything.
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 Anything. You know, you walk into the gym with it every day. People would be like, Annie's badass.
So I've always wanted like a mini giraffe that would just never become huge, because I really want him to have like a very nice necklace and then like
Just be
walk him
tall enough for the table.
yeah. Yes,
So like
exactly.
his head would just be popping.
I saw it in a commercial once. Like and there was like this tiny giraffe. It was just amazing. I'm like, I would like to walk my tiny giraffe. Or if you could have a tiny hippo, that would be amazing too. I overthink things though, so like when you ask me, I'm like, I would like a tiny hippo, but I don't want to have to clean up the poop because he like poops and then he swirls it around. So that'd be really messy.
Yeah. It was a hairless guinea pig.
Guinea pig, no hair.
They said that the hairless guinea pigs look like mini hippos.
Yeah.
No!
Yeah, look, so a hairless guinea pig looks like a mini hippo.
Okay, that is actually adorable.
So you need to get a guinea
first
pig.
picture that came up was disgusting, but that's cute. I would like him to be like this big.
Yeah.
That'd be good. Yeah. Like a dog.
Little chubby hippo.
Yeah.
Cute.
What's your favourite moment at the games? You can relive it again. You can go back and just have that moment.
Obviously, like the moment when you realize that you've won the CrossFit Games. Those are amazing moments. So both 2011 when I'm like finishing pulling the sled over the line and I realized that I am literally pulling my victory in right now. That was pretty amazing. And then after finishing Isabel at the CrossFit Games 2012, that was pretty awesome too. When I got to know those, like the 3 girls, I got pretty excited because I like Elizabeth, I like Isabel. I don't like Fran, but I knew I would do good enough in Fran. So that was like when I finished Isabel and I won Isabel and there was this one girl left and I'm like, I know I have a big enough lead. It doesn't really matter how I do in the next one. I'm still gonna win the CrossFit Games. That was a pretty cool moment. But
You can appreciate it.
yes, yeah. But otherwise, like the most fun is I really enjoy max events. I think those are really fun, like ladder format or whatever it is. When you get the crowd a little bit fired up. I loved the speed ladder at the games this year, the clean and jerk,
Yeah.
because I was allowed to power clean in.
The fans love it.
Yeah.
They love the fast events.
The arena
I love the
was crazy at that one.
sprints and the sprints where you get like assault bike sprint and then you go straight in, like the workouts that are like that time frame 1 minute to 1 minute is scary because you can't make a mistake. 2 minutes to 4 minutes, those are my favorite workouts. Like,
And they're the ones that you finish and like you just raw emotion.
yeah, exactly.
You get the best reactions.
Yes.
Do you have a joke?
A joke.
Yeah. Come on, the team are waiting.
Have you ever been punished before? No, only afterwards.
That makes sense.
It does.
I have to cognitively think about it.
Exactly.
And then I just forget jokes, but I love the bad dad jokes.
Yeah.
Like,
Craig's got tons of them.
I absolutely love telling dad
it's so
jokes.
funny. They're really good, and I love also, yeah,
I love telling dad jokes because it makes them laugh.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny, and
Just
also
think
it takes you like
Not
long.
the best one though.
I didn't get it. Like that's the thing. You're gonna tell me a joke, and then you're gonna have to explain it to me, and then I think
I
it's
said
really
I love
funny.
telling dad jokes
Yes.
because he laughs at it.
Oh, you love telling your dad jokes because he laughs at it. Yes, I think these are good
Yeah.
because it takes me a second, which is also really good when I need to do it against someone. Like I've done that like setup and done the whole like bad dad joke, not allowed to laugh. And the thing is, I will like read up the joke, and then the person will start laughing before me because it takes me a little bit. It's the language barrier, man.
Yeah.
So it takes me a little while, and I'm like, now I got it. I'm not stupid, I promise. It's just
Do you have pineapple on your pizza? This is yes.
no, it's ridiculous. Who wants pineapple on their pizza? I love pineapple. Why? It gets warm. It's hard
really
to
good.
eat. No.
There's a
I keep it
50-50
simple.
split.
I know, it's really weird. I don't understand how it's 50-50.
Neither do I.
Double pepperoni, that's all I need.
Have you done anything in your life that was epic and nobody saw it? You know, something happened, you went, "Oh, that was badass."
Turn around, there's no one there.
There was no one there.
Appreciate it.
No, I was recording.
I like that.
I don't know. No. Well, something that I was really proud of, but there's no footage or anything of, is finishing Hell Weekend when I was 19. That was something like that I thought was epic at the time.
What is
to
it?
do. like Navy SEALs weekend or something,
Oh,
here in
nice.
Iceland.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Yeah, so that was like 40 hours, no sleep, hardly any food, constant training, and I was just so proud of finishing it. Like that was really big moment for me.
That's cool.
Yeah. And I won it, by the way.
I'm not.
Of
Nice.
course you did. I wouldn't expect anything less.
And I won the competition that was in it, but who's counting?
You're gonna be on a desert island for the next foreseeable future. 3 games athletes that you want with you.
Katrin, Björgvin, Frederick,
Why?
because they're my best friends.
Okay, that was fast.
pretty
Why would
easy.
you take Katrin?
Because he's one of my best friends.
Is she funny?
She's funny. Yeah, we laugh a lot together. And then Frederick would probably keep us alive because he's quite like resourceful.
Nice, yeah, I like
Yeah, there you
it. I was gonna reply and then I thought I'm gonna let her get this.
Thank you. I don't know how much Björkvin would help, but he's a solid rock to have there because he would just do anything you would ask. Like, not that you can push him around, but he's like, he will always stand up and do the things that needs to be done.
Yeah.
Katrin would probably not do a lot, but she would be awesome to have
You'd have a
around.
good time. I like that.
She would be good for morale.
This is probably the most random question. I randomly found it on the internet and someone told me to ask. Would you rather sleep wearing a helmet or wearing a pair of handcuffs?
Pair of handcuffs?
I'd rather sleep in a helmet.
No, but then your head is gonna be in like awkward position. And handcuffs, you can just like,
Yeah, generally you're like that anyway.
Yeah, no, right,
Yeah.
if you need to roll over and stuff, it'd just be awkward. Well, like, I sleep on my side.
I sleep on my side and usually like this, and then I wake up like this too.
Oh,
So it
you'd
probably wouldn't matter.
You would be
Yeah,
sold on the
it's all the
handcuffs.
same.
I'm fine.
It's a
I'll
really
sleep with
strange
handcuffs.
question.
Yeah, it was on the internet. What's your like pet peeve? You see someone do it and you're like, oof.
Pet peeve.
Like an annoyance.
The thing that annoys you the most, like a habit that people have.
Oh,
Like Jazz hates me when I pick my nose.
Picks his nose all the time.
that wouldn't bother me that much as long as you wouldn't like
Yeah.
spread it around. I don't have a lot of things that actually bother me. There's a lot of things that I think are funny and I laugh at people for doing it and I think are weird and they probably shouldn't do. But there's very few things that bother me. This is really weird. But there's something with like some people hate like scratching off a whiteboard or
Yeah.
not whiteboard, like the chalkboard
Yeah.
thing. I don't mind that. Doesn't bother me at all. But if you have like a dry towel, like when you're drying dishes and the dish is dry and the towel is dry and that sound,
Yeah,
that
Yeah.
like sound that comes, that is probably the most uncomfortable sound and annoying thing that I can hear. Like that makes me extremely uncomfortable.
Guys,
so
do
that
not-
would be my thing.
do not bring dishcloths or dishes to the games.
That is how you're gonna get in my head. Don't do it.
Do you have a pet?
No, I don't.
Would you love one?
Yes, I would really like to have a pet. I love dogs. I'm a dog person. I am allergic to cats though, so very likely I'm allergic to dogs too. So we're gonna have to get like a hybrid. Yeah, like a mix.
Hypoallergenic ones.
Yeah, like a
that's
mix with a poodle of some sort. But we're definitely gonna have dogs later. We just
So-
can't have it in the house that we're in right now.
So don't bring cats to the games either, team.
Unless you want to screw me, like
There's people holding up cats
mess it up. Yeah.
plates.
People are gonna be giving me high fives like when you walk through bear garden right after petting their cat, so it's gonna feel allergic reaction.
What would you name your dog? I want to call my dog Thor. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, that's a cool name.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got difficult names. This is the problem with like me and Frederick, is that I love a lot of Icelandic strong names and he has a hard time saying them. I think I would like to name my first dog Stormur.
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 It means storm.
That's cool.
Yeah. I like that name. I always wanted to name my kid that, But that would be really hard because in the States, that's a female name, Storm. But in Iceland, that's a male name, like a really strong male name. So
Yeah.
I don't think that would work. I want it to be a global name that everyone can say. That's quite comfortable with my name, that you can actually pronounce it. So I'm gonna have to keep on thinking.
How long do you think you'll be doing CrossFit for? Like, what are your plans? Because obviously you're talking about kids. Are they gonna come at any point? I mean, do you want a kid?
Yes, I do. I'm gonna have kids for sure. Even though I've been in this sport for 11 years now, I'm still only 29. I'm not that old. I don't know. Honestly, when I started, I thought I would last in this sport maybe 4 years, maybe 5. So I think ever since I injured myself 2013, I realized you need to take this 1 year at a time. Like, you can't, as a professional athlete, I don't think you can plan far into the future. So I'm gonna continue doing this as long as I love it, and as long as I feel like I can still get better. And that's the thing, like, it's crazy. I've been doing this for so long, but I can still get better. Like, I can improve my running, my legs can still get stronger, my technique can for sure improve. So that's what keeps me motivated at the gym every day. That's the fact that I'm still not the best me yet. So we're still about to see the best version of Annie. So I'm doing 1 year at a time, and that's how I've done it ever since 2013. So we'll see. No matter if I would, like, when I have kids in the future, I'll still be doing CrossFit. So I don't know, I'll probably be in Masters at some point.
Would you go team?
I've always wanted to, like, I've never been in a team sport, so I've always wanted to try to be on a team. So I would consider going on a team, but
whilst you still got fire and you can still win the CrossFit Games, you're gonna try and win the CrossFit Games.
Yes.
Do you believe you can win the CrossFit Games?
Yes, I do.
There you go. That's exactly
Otherwise,
the
I would not be doing this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm all in for people should participate to participate, but when you reach this level, I'm in it to win. I don't really.
You're not turning up just to turn up.
No, that's the thing. I'm not gonna put myself through all of this. Some of the events are miserable. Like, they hurt a lot. I'm not gonna be putting myself through all of that if I don't believe that I have a chance of winning. How
much do you train? You know, like going up to, say, like, obviously you have kind of like an off season or whatever, but you know, like building up to the games, are you here most of the time?
Yes and no. It's not like I spend maybe a little bit more hours at the gym, but the intensity changes a little bit. So I might be doing so being in the sport for this many years, I obviously need to train smart if I want to stay injury free.
Yeah.
And there's always going to be like this and that you're dealing with, and I think all of us are dealing with something. But I've learned that I cannot be doing CrossFit workouts every single day, multiple times a day. Like, I need to do more single modality things to make sure that my body can actually cope. Like, that's how I can get in more volume. And I need to make sure that I'm actually recovering enough between if I want to get stronger and all of that. So in my off season, I'm probably spending similar amount of time at the gym, which is 2 times a day, 2 to 3.5 hours per session, depending on how long it takes me to get through it. And then once you get closer to competition season, it changes, like the session changes around, so it's not as much strength training, it's more volume and high intensity and more workouts, because I obviously need to be ready come CrossFit Games. I need to be able to do maybe 15 events in 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
So I need to make sure that my body can actually cope and deal with that.
So you're not, because we've been with a lot of different CrossFit athletes. A lot of people, like when we're with Froning and stuff, he seems to do just a lot of CrossFit workouts. You're more of like
Yes,
the
he
style.
does.
You're more the style of like maybe some biking intervals in the morning, some like single modality stuff, and then some strength stuff. That's kind of like your off season. And then when you get closer to the games, you then start bringing the CrossFit back in. Exactly.
So I might do some conditioning, easy, middle, high heart rate, like lactate threshold, like really hard conditioning on bike, row, run, or whatever it is. And then I might have skill, so I continue working on my gymnastics and my base strength. Like you can improve your CrossFit workouts by working on your base strength and skill movements, and then the strength training. And then I might do off season, I might do like 2-3 CrossFit workouts a week that I would qualify as like the fun workouts.
Yeah.
And then once we get close to season, then I started throwing in more and more CrossFit workouts and
It's a cool
higher
style.
intensity.
I think that's a cool style. Because a lot of people think
works
that,
for me.
Yeah, you have to be doing CrossFit all year round to get good at CrossFit. When really, if you build the base, you can build wherever from that.
I think it's important to build a base, and that's how you can get in more volume and how you can keep on improving without completely destroying yourself. For me, like, I've traveled a little bit with Rich, and when he was competing individual, and it was fun to train with him. Really fun. He liked doing a lot of EMOMs and a lot of workouts, but I remember one of the times we were in Mexico, and then we were training, and then we did a photo shoot, and then we trained, and then we did a photo shoot, and then we went to dinner. And then after dinner, he's like, so do you want to go to the gym again and do like rowing intervals? I'm like, no, I'm done for today. Like, for me, I think about it at a certain point, you're only putting more strain on your body and you're not reaping any benefit from it. You need to be capable of recovering before you can put in more work. Otherwise, you're just ruining maybe whatever I did in previous session or my strength training. I'm just gonna ruin it if I go now, do this, and then I don't have enough nutrition or sleep or whatever to recover and replenish for tomorrow. For him, I think he's
done it for years, and that's his style.
I think he's like a 1 in a million. He can do this. Like, he can cope with it. Not everyone can cope with it. And I'm not willing to take the chance to see if I can cope with it. Yeah. So I'm not gonna. Yeah. But I'm also still competing individual.
And you might
shout out you, Rich. No, I'm just kidding.
We love you, Rich.
We love you.
Can you cook?
Yes. I can make fajitas, and I can make eggs and oatmeal.
So is that what you... Yeah, well, what do you need in life? Eggs at breakfast, oatmeal too.
Pretty much.
Fajitas for lunch and dinner.
I eat fajitas probably at least once a day. I eat fajitas. I love burritos. They're so good. Peanut butter, apples, chicken, and all the vegetables. That's like my go-to. It's so good.
Do you like spice?
Yeah, it's supposed to be spicy.
You can deal with spice. If someone puts something spicy on you, you'd be like, yeah, I can deal with it.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
Is it a challenge or just you enjoy it?
No, I like it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
For me, I like spicy food. Do you watch Game of Thrones?
Of course.
We don't. We haven't watched one episode.
You're one of those.
Yeah, one of those.
I feel like when people say that at this point, like, I haven't watched one episode, then it's like, oh, you want people to get shocked. You're making a statement that you have not seen one episode.
We really want
We're planning on starting, but it's a lot of life to give up.
We want to do it on our plane journeys, but it's not on the Netflix downloads.
No, it isn't.
If it was on there, we'd have probably gone through seasons already with all the plane journeys we do.
That's true. It's nice to use the time on a plane to watch something like that, because it is a lot of hours. But you need to look at it as just one episode at a time.
Next week.
And it's a gift.
Next week we'll do it.
You guys are lucky.
Are you romantic?
Yeah, I would say so.
Nice.
Maybe not to like the American extent.
Throwing flowers at people.
Yeah.
Love hearts.
No, not really.
Yeah.
No. I like romantic comedies, but no, not in real life though. I
think movies are overdone, you know? When you see a romantic scene on a movie, you're like, woof, that's very romantic.
I think it's nice, like, I don't think there's anyone out there that wouldn't want somebody to be romantic to them. Do you know what I mean? Because it's just like being
I agree.
Nice, isn't it?
I think it's more the thoughtful. Yeah. I think it's really nice when Frederick goes to a store and he brings flowers home. But then it's also, he's not doing it like, here you go, love, flowers for you. It's more he brings the groceries and the flowers are on the table and says, oh, I bought you some flowers. It's like, Yeah,
nice thing
that's
to do.
nice. You were thinking of me. Thank you. Like that I like. But I think I don't think I would be into the whole laying out flowers and
Candles.
yeah. No.
Marvin Gaye playing. Do you get starstruck by people? Have you seen someone before and seen them and gone, whoa, that's that person. Like we do as CrossFit fans all the time. Yeah, when we're at the games, I'm like, oh my god, look at that person. Where's that? Who's that?
A little bit, yeah. I guess not crazy. I'm not the one that would like run over right away and be like, oh my god, I need to get a picture. But I would love to get a conversation. And I don't mind when people come over and want to take a picture. But I look at that more in what I'm doing, I look at it more as people supporting me. And those are people that like are showing me their support. Which is why for athletes, I might get starstruck by some like really good athletes. I would love to meet Usain Bolt, for example. Someone that's just extraordinarily good at something. I think movie stars and famous people that haven't, this is gonna sound like I'm being mean, but they haven't really accomplished something extraordinarily like physical or something like that.
That no one else can achieve.
You're impressed
Yes,
by
exactly.
physicality.
A little bit. Physicality and intelligence. I would love to meet a few presidents. I don't want to get too political, so I'm not going to say, well, not Donald Trump, I'll say that. But
Trump.
I'll make that statement.
Yeah.
I try to stay out of those, but there are certain people, even here in Iceland, like former prime ministers that I would love to meet because I would love to have a conversation with them, and I would get a little bit starstruck by those people.
And The Rock.
And The Rock. I've been at the same hotel as The Rock. I was hoping I was going to meet him.
Really?
I've also been at the same hotel as Obama. I was hoping I was going to meet him, but then I
Just
didn't.
sat waiting in reception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To walk by.
When will they come?
That woman's been sat in reception for the last 14 hours.
Yeah, that's the thing. I won't get that starstruck.
Yeah.
So, finish off. Is there one thing that you've been told, or is there a quote, or is there something that stuck with you that someone said or someone's done or you've read somewhere that's like, yeah, that's my thing. My quote is yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery, and today's a gift. That's why it's called the present.
It's from Kung Fu Panda.
It's from Kung Fu Panda.
Oh, that's good.
Because it's like, that means like live today. Yesterday's done, tomorrow you don't even know what's going to happen, so just have fun today. Do you have anything that like, these people at the end of the camera will go, oh, yeah, I'm going to live like Annie?
No, there's not like a specific one. For me, it's more a mindset. Like that whole never give up on your dreams, super cheesy thing. But that's honestly just something that I believe in. But my favorite quote is, remember who you're playing the sport for, like that little girl that started. Like that's my motivation. That's like a quote that gets me emotional. Like I love that. But it's all a little like sports related because that's pretty much my life right now.
That's what you are. That's who you are.
That's who I am.
But what do you
To
do
the
other
core.
than sport? You know, when you go home and you're like, I'm done with the gym today, what is your thing?
Meeting up with my friends. I love being with my family. Like my family's extremely close. Weirdly close with my mom. She's probably my best friend.
Nice.
Yes. That sounds sad. I have other best friends, but no, me and my mom are really close. Like I talk to her every single day. I like relaxing. I'm not insane. I don't need to be moving all the time. I like sitting on the couch, watching a good movie with Frederick, just like chilling. I love Monday night when we watch Game of Thrones or whatever, like the tradition. And then I do like doing outside things with my family. I like motorcycles. I like buggy cars, snow sleds. We pretty much have all of those things, and we do a lot of that in the summertime. So that's something that I really enjoy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Did you enjoy this interview?
I enjoyed this interview.
Yeah.
It was fun. You had some weird questions, which
Yeah.
is good.
I like to get to, well, weird is a good adjective for it. I like to get to know people more on a personal level rather than just ask you about the sport all the time.
I like that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I talk about the sport all the time.
Yeah, so people now know
I love
that
talking
Despicable
about
Me
it, but-
is your favourite movie.
We
Yes.
just like to have a chat.
So, team,
Conversation.
I've got it. So, team, if you are Team Annie this year at the CrossFit Games, we want you to all turn up in Minion outfits. Can you imagine?
Can you imagine?
That would be amazing.
Just walking out onto the floor and the first event, you're just like, there's a pack of Minions to the left.
I'll take a picture with all the minions.
There you go, team. If you want a picture, she's going to come out and she's going to take a picture with all the Minions.
I'm gonna go on Amazon right now and find myself a little Amazon.
I might get, it depends how much they are, but I might just order them for the whole team and we might just dress up for one workout. That'd be so much
That
fun.
would be amazing.
Wow.
That would be really hard, like short arms.
Yeah.
And
Well, our cheering
you have to
would be
get
a
like
bit
stuck.
weird.
Yeah.
But it'd be great.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you. This is awesome.
Yeah. Now we're going to go play some guitar.
Yeah.
I won't. I'll listen.
Connect 4. Do you want one game of Connect 4? Are you competitive?
Connect 4.
Yeah, the thing.
Oh, that one. Yes, I'm good at that.
All right.
Oh, now I just said I'm good at it. Let's see. Are you really good at it?
No,
Okay.
but I'm competitive.
I used to play it a lot as a kid.
How do you?
You put the
You definitely do something here. There we go.
I beat Matt Fraser in a go-kart race.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, by 0.4 seconds. 0.04 seconds.
Not point not. What are you saying?
0.
0.04 seconds.
Yeah.
Why do you say nop? Nop? Nop?
No.
Naught.
Not.
Naught is 0.
Not.
Naught.
I've never
Not
heard that
not.
before.
You want to go first? Ladies first.
All
Hold on,
right.
do we-
We need to close in.
Yeah.
It's at a difficult angle, man. Oh, yeah, we can have it like this.
Oh, that's a difficult angle for me.
That's how competitive I am.
Don't mind us. We're just having a crazy game over here.
Oh, you're done recording?
Yes.
Well,
Oh,
we're
really? We're like,
Well,
can we go in or should we not?
No, we're mid.
Oh, no, you're fine. I'm just recording the game.
Are you getting nervous?
I'm not getting nervous. I'm just thinking.
We should have bet something on this.
Yeah, we should. I don't have much to give.
I have beat you.
Is she?
You have to put it here. Otherwise I'll win. And then I'm still gonna win!
Hey!
I'm not sad. I'm just disappointed in myself.
You beat Fraser, you didn't beat me.
Yeah. Anyway.
Thank you for a good game.
Yeah.
Thank you for not crying.
You're a good loser, Chris.
Jazz, turn off.
Yeah.
Turn it off.
Such a good sportman.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Annie rules.
Now, do you see this, Jazz? There's 4 in a row.
I have so many 4 in a row at this point, I can't
Yeah.
even count.
Yeah, but have you got a 6? Oh, yeah,
we
you have.
do.
Yeah,
We
you
better,
do.
There we go.
Yeah.
better turn this off before Craig starts crying.
I'm going to leave now.
Oh no. Goodbye.